Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at XLK and the top three tickers in XLK AAPL Apple, MSFT for Microsoft, and V for Visa. We're going to start with the daily time frame on XLK and get a read for what the old market is doing here. Unfortunately, today we locked in a lower high on the XLK and pretty much the overall market. Our XLK lower high is at 114.51, which means we are now officially, my friends, in a daily downtrend. We can see that really well on the 4-hour time frame with our lows, our highs, lower lows, lower highs. You get the idea. So what we're going to be looking for at this point is going to be support at 109.11. If bulls want to defend that, by all means, please go ahead. But at this point, we're looking for a lower low underneath that. Then we can start scouting for a little bit of a trend change because we have started the development of a little bit of a trend. And if we go to the hourly time frame, we might be able to start carving out what that might look like. And we can start play around with some support lines at this point. And then, that lines up pretty well with the reversal. And then we'll just go for the old assumed parallelity, grab it right there. And you know what contains most of the action? Something to keep an eye on. Look for a break of 109.11. See if we can't find ourselves some trendline support. If that comes into play, then we move and shift into hourly RSI-based trend plays. And we can also incorporate our lovely EMA 12 and 26s, probably more effective on the 4-hour time frame, and there's that 4-hour EMA 26 coming into play. So, short-term bearish, daily downtrend, hourly channel forming up, XLK. AAPL on the 4-hour time frame, similar situation, of course. It's going to be sympathetic to XLK because it has a large, I think Apple is the largest asset inside XLK. Lower high set of 112.86. We have low support at 103.10 down here. Let's plug that magic little line in there. 4-hour downtrend. We have a nice 4-hour downtrend. So we're going to be watching our RSI for trend plays. Now what I mean by that is let's go and try to draw a trend here on Apple. That one works pretty well. I'll go up to my areas of resistance. You know what? That fits the bill. So what we're going to do is watch the RSI. When we get into the 50s, that is usually going to be the top of our trend line. We can see that happening here and pretty close to here. And we're going to be taking short positions in the 50 range if our price action backs us up, and that will be the loss of 4-hour higher lows. And then we go down. Cover at 30, rinse, repeat for as long as the trend allows us to. Support 103.10, trendline support in the area of 100. So far, all bears. MSFT on the daily time frame, not as beautiful a chart, but we still have a daily lower high set with a big red candlestick today. Resistance is going to be 208.10 below that. We got a little bit of support from the low of the red candlestick right over here. What day was that on? It's September 18th. So let's see what our 4-hour time frame does for us. We will adjust to 195 and we will also adjust to 209. So in this case, we've got a little bit of strength over here that failed to follow through. We set a new lower low and we got a bunch of levels from way over here. An area congestion, we'll call it at this point. Still a ways away. We'll see if it comes back into play. But this chart is not as nice as the Apple chart is for trend development. Nonetheless, we'll look for some support. We're more likely to hold 195 because we set a 4-hour lower high. Lower low broke that high with a nice little potential trend change. In fact, this was likely an hourly counter trend. So having set a new higher high above that attempt makes it more likely that we'll hold 195 in a support test. We'll see what happens. Let's check out the hourly time frame. There's that hourly counter trend. Now we're in a strong 15-minute downtrend. Let's see what happens when these bears get too close to 195. We'll watch for a 5-minute, 15-minute trend change. At that point, might get ourselves a nice little bounce. Last up, Visa. Daily time frame also set itself a nice lower high today. Not as beautiful as the other charts either on the 4-hour time frame. I don't even like that on the 4-hour. I think this is going to be an hourly chart. And there she is. Nice wide range on the hourly time frame. On a low at 194.70, almost a double bottom. Just managed to break it today. If we bounce up on the hourly time frame, I'll call that a double bottom. Look for support test again. Range is opening up. We had a 50-minute uptrend. We've lost that with a big drop. Almost in hourly oversold conditions. 15 is almost certainly grinding oversold. And there we are. So if we can see a 15-minute trend change in the short term and get a high over 198.96, bulls have the potential to change this 15-minute into an hourly pop. Even then, we're still going to be looking for a lower high under 202.30. So we'll look for a 5-minute reversal somewhere up here into downside continuation, because right now bears control the daily, the 4-hour, and the hourly on most of these names. So any bounce is going to have limited potential. That is it for today. If you want to learn more about technical analysis, I encourage you to just Google the heck out of it. That's it.